And welcome back. You're listening to Hysteria, the podcast that was Living Plus before Succession was Living Plus. We've almost reached the end of the show, but not quite. We are going to talk about what is keeping us sane or making us feel petty. Coco, why don't you start us off?
Yeah, so it was funny you were talking about accents earlier, Erin, because the thing that is keeping me sane this week anyway was an article that I read in The Guardian that talked about American young people doing British accents. Apparently it's a thing, which I did not know about. Apparently it's big on TickTock, and it's also a phenomena that people just burst into British. I found that hilarious, and it has been keeping me sane all week. And I just want to read, the quotes in this piece, by the way, are incredible. And I just want to read you one case study. So they speak to a person called Brinton Parker, who is a 30-year-old who lives in the Bay Area working in tech marketing. Now, Brinton needs to speak to her employer about overwork and overload. I could imagine having that conversation would be quite difficult, and you'd probably be quite stressed and you'd worry if they think less about you. But nonetheless, she has the conversation. And when she talks to the manager about having burnout, it just comes out and she says, "It's affecting me mental health, innit?" is what she says to the manager. This is in the article. I'm not making this up. This is in the article. In the story, she goes on to explain, like, my manager was like, what? What are you doing? And she says that she thinks it adds levity to a vulnerable situation. The quote there, I love it, is "the tougher the conversation, the more Cockney I become." So that's what she said. Now, I'm a Cockney. I'm from East London. And I've been thinking about that all week. I have been walking around being like, Brinton Parker in the Bay Area has told me that the tougher the conversation, the more Cockney you get. And I love it. I also think do you guys do accents sometimes, right? Like when you're out at home.
Bad British ones. Sometimes a little German,
I love American,
little Bavarian.
I love American regional accents. I love to like go in and out of like my Minnesota or my Southern accent or whatever. Yeah.
I talk to my cat like she's from Southie.
Oh, yeah, you're going to go on those snowmobiles, boys? Okay. American regional accents are horrible sounding compared to British accents. I find them, they're egregious. My husband is from Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the world's worst accents. People from Pennsylvania are
my husband's from Philadelphia. Water.
Oh, please do it, because I don't know the difference. Please humor me. What is it? Go on, do it.
You know, there's
I want to drink a water.
Water? Water. There's also like go downtown. Oh yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. Stillers.
It's terrible.
Yin's gonna go downtown, watch the Stillers.
That was good, Erin.
I don't understand any of this, but I'm loving it.
Yeah, Yins is like Pittsburgh for you guys or y'all. Yins.
Oh right,
Yins.
I see.
It's a weird place.
Well, I mean, in the piece, we won't talk about this too long, but, in the piece, they try to analyze why people are doing it. And I think there is something about when you don't have the language to express something because you're feeling insecure, you kind of reach for things. I'm sure any of your listeners or our listeners on Pod Save the UK who have got a parent who speak a second language or for whom English is not their native tongue, they will know that, when they're angry, they go to a thing, or when they swear, they go to a thing. And so I was like delighted that Cockney has now become a range of people's second language. So I'm very touched by this. It's making me very happy. I walk down the street all the time being like, yes, bruv, we've done it. It's great.
Oh, wonderful. I love that. I love that so much. I'll go second because I don't want to end my own show. I am feeling petty. I've been feeling petty about this for a long time, and I'm not sure if I've brought it up before on the show because we've done 251 episodes and I've lost track of how many things that piss me off. But I am feeling petty about TikTok ruining food. TikTok is ruining
and it is.
Food.
It is.
TikTok videos that showcase specific dishes at restaurants tend to go viral when those dishes are especially saucy, cheesy, melty, gooey. And so a lot of restaurants, in the interest of having their food, their menus become a viral TikTok fad are adding more sauce, more cheese, more goo, more stickiness. And that food doesn't taste good that way unless it's supposed to be made that way. Like, I don't want to eat like a pasta that is essentially a bowl of melted cheese unless I'm very depressed. But like, that shouldn't be my everyday. That's not like how, it's not everyday. Cacio e pepe shouldn't have like a cheese stretch. You know what I mean? Like, we shouldn't have like sauce dripping off things. No, I'm not one of those people who's like, don't season my food. I love spicy. I love different flavors. I love different cuisines. I don't love drowning everything in unnecessary amounts of sauces. And it's TikTok's fault. I don't think we should ban it, but I think we should ban videos of people putting too much cheese in things. That's my take on what I'm feeling petty about this week.
Couldn't agree more.
Alyssa, you like, did you see the video where it was like the block of feta in the middle of a casserole dish with noodles?
I have watched my favorite. There's one woman who comments on all of these TikTok videos about food, and I will not do her accent because she has a specific voice, but she's like, isn't this hilarious? And she's like, you know, so the lady creative. I'm talking about. Everybody's so creative.
Yeah.
But in every way, whether it is from TikTok influencers trying to get like free meals and be gross about their food to these like disgusting recipes that people make on their countertops with no seasoning, it is disgusting and I've had to stop. It is more restrictive to my appetite than Weight Watchers.
Don't go to TikTok for recipe recommendations. Go to the Epicurious app or perhaps the New York Times app, if pressed. All right, Alyssa, bring us home. What are you feeling petty about, or what's bringing you sanity this week?
Guys, I'm calling a bit of an audible. I had one, but then I remembered there was something else that made me feel sanny and petty. Okay. So the Cannes Film Festival is happening right now. And it was like, I kind of knew this a little bit in the back of my head, but I really started reading about it, how several years ago, a few women showed up at the film festival not wearing heels, and they were not allowed into the film festival.
Sacre bleu.
Yes. And so now women like Jennifer Lawrence and Kristen Stewart, when they show up, they take their shoes off as a bit of a fuck you. But that is not even it. Just when you think the world is changing and you're like, you know what? Maybe Cannes like picking up what everybody's putting down, and maybe they're going to like address the like attire guidance that people are supposed to follow. No, guys. Now they're cracking down on the men. Someone showed up in like a rose gold blazer, and the official from Cannes came out and said, it is not appropriate. It must be noir, both jacket and shoes. So I guess they're regulating everybody now. I don't know. But as someone who only wears Birkenstocks, I clearly, thank God, I haven't had a reason to go to Cannes, because I would not be welcome as I teetered like Miss Piggy on shoes, trying to make myself acceptable to their rules and guidelines.
Like a baby deer on ice skates.
Exactly.
Here's my conspiracy theory about that. I think that this is a plot by the editors of WikiFeet, trying to get more people to take their shoes off and show toes on main in Cannes. I mean, who's going to have better feet? I'm not a foot person.
I'll tell you.
Not for me.
But Jennifer Lawrence had they're all nicely pedicured when they go barefoot on the red carpet here. So I think your theory is correct. It is correct.
It's a WikiFeet conspiracy. Also, if you don't think you're on WikiFeet, if you're in any way a public-facing person, you're probably on WikiFeet.
Do you reckon?
Oh, I'm on WikiFeet. I didn't know that
You're
I was
on WikiFeet.
I didn't know I
feel
was on
starstruck.
Not a chance my Barney Rubble feet are on WikiFeet. Not a chance.
The thing is, like, somebody had taken screenshots of Instagram stories that I had posted years ago that had just like, I'm standing on a beach.
No,
and, like,
ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's disgusting.
The foot people are
That
aggressive.
feels maybe a touch like a violation. No?
Yeah.
I mean, taking your photos, but that seems some sort of misdemeanor, at least.
They did rate my feet highly, so I I can't really complain.
Oh, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Pictures.
You take the good, you take the bad.
You take the good and the bad. I don't post foot pics anymore. Not on Maine. That's gonna be for my OnlyFans if I ever do that.